GM everyone, welcome back to the Decod3rs channel. Today we have a VIP of the Solana and ETH ecosystem, Web3 ecosystem. Fred, how are you doing?
Most excellent.
Yeah.
I love the little intro, man.
Thanks.
Excited to be here. Thanks.
Nice. Excited to have you. And can't do this stream without V. What's up? How are you doing, GM?
GMs. How's everybody doing in the chat?
Yeah, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Mitchell, Luke, Ochi, Hamumu, Steph. Yeah, Amph. Yeah, GM. Okay, so today we are going to talk with Fred about SuperSpace, super fans, super stuff. It's gonna be cool.
super everything.
Exactly. But maybe we should start with a little introduction. Frederick, can you introduce yourself for the Decod3rs community and for people who don't know you yet?
Yeah, let's get some Fred lore and going.
Fred lore, Fred origin story.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just a little kid from the suburbs of Berlin in Germany. I grew up there. And at some point after 28 years of my life, I found this little orange pill that I swallowed, and it never, I never looked back. And
Nice.
I found out about Bitcoin when the lockdowns were happening.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff happened during the lockdowns, government overreach, a lot of control, and I was craving freedom, and Bitcoin gave me that. And I read a few books, and that gave me the conviction to hold. And that was 2020, and then the whole bull run started. And I was able to switch my jobs and really get full time into crypto.
Nice. That was fast.
Yeah, that was
cool.
That was fast. And then, you know how you end up. I don't know what your kind of trajectory was, but for me, it was Bitcoin and a bit of DeFi.
Yeah, exactly.
DeFi didn't really stick. It was a bit weird for me. 10,000% returns. I didn't believe in that.
Yeah.
And then I saw JPEGs, and I believed in JPEGs a lot more. And so
it makes more sense to trade JPEGs for $20,000 than DeFi at 10,000 APY, right?
So much more sense, and it makes so much sense to also decline offers of $20,000 on things that don't have any utility because they could go up more.
Exactly. Let's go.
And so, that brought me to working for an NFT marketplace in the Cosmos ecosystem.
Nice.
And I asked, how could I help? And then they put me on the mic. And then, we were doing Discord AMAs with projects, we were vetting them. And at some point, I told the guys, hey, shouldn't we do this Twitter Spaces thing? Because Discord's kind of dead. And then, we moved on to Twitter. Our average size of people that joined these AMAs was like 10 people in Discord. The second space that I ever did, it had 400 people join.
Oh, shit.
It blew up. We had some creators come on stage that had a big platform, completely random, but I was blown away by the potential of this. And then I thought, okay, let's double down on this. And so we started hosting every week, and then every week became every day. And then, I have a marketing background, so I studied marketing. I did a lot of growth experiments for big Fortune 500 companies.
Nice.
And I kind of missed the approach in Web3, where you really look at, okay, what are my numbers today? What do I want my numbers to look like? And how do I get there with plans? And so because of that, I was able to call some friends of mine that have a development background. And I said, hey man, I have this problem. I don't know who the fuck is coming to my live streams on Twitter. Can you help me? Can we find something in the data and the APIs? And then sure enough, we built a proof of concept, what is now SuperSpaces. And it grew into a product and a company, and we're serving big brands like Polygon and Immutable these days. We have most of the big hosts and creators on Spaces, even beyond Web3, are using us. And just a story that hopefully, will continue with great success next year. And excited to serve the community with what we're building. So.
Yeah, and you stole the timeline this week with all of the Twitter Space recap, right? So that was good. Good move.
We have so this was for the ones that were really most consistent. We looked at who are the hosts that did the most this year. And so we selected like 300 to shout out. And tonight, I'll drop a little bit of alpha. We will have these wrapped campaigns with more data on the site itself, where you can just download and share your own wrapped, regardless of,
nice
listener, host, or speaker. So the boys are working on that right now.
Nice, that's cool. Are the boys working on like a Twitter live stream?
We don't know how to integrate that just yet. I think it's not going to drop this year. I think Elon is always so aggressive with the timeline. But in reality, he's not moving that fast.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
Interesting. Like, what will we do with that kind of data? I don't know. Do you think it'll just replace the Jumbotron and it'll just be a video on there?
Yeah. So there is that. Like for the people, like people who don't know yet, like upcoming features is to have like Twitter host to be able to pump in on like video and turn the camera on, right? So you will have video capability inside the Twitter space, but do you also have like the Twitter live stream, like RPC stuff, right? So is that like replacing Twitter live stream, or is that like one more features inside the Twitter space?
I have just as many questions as you. I don't have the answer. But what I do know is I'll take off my hoodie right now.
Yeah.
Because I got branded clothes.
Ooh.
Hey,
cool.
Let's go. That's good.
Ready? What is it? Right? Ready? Start what?
Ready, set,
ready,
host.
set, host.
Makes sense. Let's go.
Yeah, I got a Twitter Spaces wrapped, a SuperSpaces wrap this year, much to my own surprise, but it was super exciting. I loved it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like it's nice attention for like the best. Everyone, like basically, like all of the more consistent Twitter hosts. That's cool. I don't know, like in the chat, like did you have like your SuperSpace recap? I'm curious about that. Like I see you host like a shit ton of space. So yeah, did you get yours? Like drop your tweet in the chat. We're curious to see. But yeah, okay. So like what you provide is like a dashboard for Twitter Space hosts to check like how they perform, how did they do well during the space. Also like the number of like reaction they had at that time. It's cool. Like I really like that. KPI is nailed too, so I like it. It's cool.
Yeah, so tonight, if you log into the app and you go on /wrapped, you'll be able to see what your favorite emojis were this year, like which ones you the most.
Oh,
we do a bunch, but it's basically just like, how successful are your dad jokes on stream? Do you get 50 laugh emojis? Do you get 3 laugh emojis? You can bring receipts to your co-host. You know, you can also bring receipts on, hey, bro, you're monologuing way too much. This is you hogged 20% of the speaking time. That's all that kind of stuff. Like we go really granular per space, and then also allow you to download your stuff because you should own your data as a creator. But then we go big as well, and we take all the 50,000 hosts that are in Web3 and we rank them, right? And see, okay, how do you stack up?
Holy shit. There's 50,000 hosts on the website. Damn, that's cool. Yeah. That's a lot of Twitter space.
A lot of spaces, and it's growing super fast.
Yeah,
we didn't expect it to grow this much, but now we already crossed 3.5 million profiles.
So when you started last year, just to go back to last year, because it was like last year you initiated SuperSpaces, correct?
Yeah. We're turning
when you started, it was like a 30-day kind of competition style where, because I know like there were people hosting spaces where they were asleep and just like as the host, like trying to get that top SuperSpaces rank. So was that kind of your like beta test of like, is this something that's really gonna, work or provide value, or is that?
Yeah. So that's a really good question. We had a focus group. That's how I started. I had a few people on call. So first I was like, okay, am I the only one having this problem that I don't know what the fuck is going on? Because Twitter only gives you total listeners. You don't know, are the people coming back? Who's speaking? You cannot download your data, nothing. And so I called a few friends. Eddie, I don't know if you know Dancing Eddie. Probably, the meme where he's like on the Azuki party.
Yeah.
It's crazy shit. So that guy was one of the first people that I called. I was like, bro, listen, I'm doing this. Or basically, I actually I tried to be more like a researcher where I was asking him, hey, do you experience this? Do you experience that? And then he had these pain points and looked for an alternative, but there wasn't any. And so then I knew, okay, maybe we're onto something. And then the question is, how the hell do you go to market? And then we always thought, let's make a game out of this. And let's ideally have a game where influencers and their egos can be ranked against each other. And then it gets a lot of engagement and people respond, right? Of course, if we spin it that way, it's like an ego battle, but it shouldn't be. It should actually genuinely be, you can benchmark yourself and see how you can do better, right? So that was the whole idea. And over time, we launched the Solana challenge, which was basically taking all the Solana hosts and seeing, hey, who is the top of the top? We moved to Ethereum, we moved to Polygon, and we did a bunch of those. And so now it's like a tradition that almost every month we have a season and a challenge where people can win bounties and can just improve in all areas of spaces.
Yeah. Who's the biggest host on the Solana ecosystem?
I will tell you, it's easy. It's DDeep, it's Lucifer. It's those three are I would say the biggest. I just looked at it yesterday. Actually, I was on a call with DDeep. Love that guy.
Yeah, he's dope.
Killing it. That's cool. And like, what kind of like format and shows works best on Twitter?
Man, so first of all, hosting the beginning of the week, because like end of the week, people get less engaged and they travel and all that. I mean, if you really want to optimize, right? And then when you say works best, it's like, what are your goals? There's people now that we see that put a lot of professionalism and increase the production value of their spaces, so they turn it into a media product. If that's your goal, like, yeah, make it, bite-sized, like 60 minutes, 90 minutes, be consistent, be professional, add a lot of different voices to the conversation that you can repurpose into different content. So like if media product is a goal, there's one approach. If community hangout is a goal, I always name Chopil as an example, or there's so many good examples. But if community hangout is a goal, then yeah, just find ways to engage, right? Find ways to interact, trivias, giveaways, all the stuff that the degens love. Yeah.
That's sorry, like the construction work is going crazy.
Like someone,
yeah, like bro, they are like doing construction just like I have my building here. They're doing like just against the wall. Sorry about that. Trying to
no amount of soundproofing is gonna work.
Nope. And like during the bear market, like, did you still see like consistency, or like people are coming back now because Solana is hitting like $70? Like, how people behave during the last few months?
Yeah, I love this topic because, man, Web3 motherfuckers are not consistent at all, man. They're like, as soon as there's a 20% dump, they're like, oh, okay, I'll get back to my fiat job, go back to McDonald's. And you see that in spaces as well. And so that's why this campaign that we did was really focused on shouting out the consistent people, looking at, who is most represented, who's there during the ups or downs, because then you're a trusted community hub. And in Web3, we need that trust because, we're scarce on trust. let's put it this way. We're too trustless these days. But
that's the point of decentralization, right?
Yeah. Like now you see a lot of people coming back that just the other day I was looking at Ryan Carson being back on the space and I was thinking like, this MFer. But yeah
there are a few people who've showed up in the last like week and a half that I'm like, what's happening?
They're like coming out.
Yeah. And I was like, am I dreaming? And I'd like scroll down their X and it's like last entry before like 5 days ago was like October of last year or March of this year. And I was like, oh, I I mean, I barely ever mute anybody. So I was like, I didn't imagine that they were gone. Like they really were.
I'm also against muting folks and
yeah, I don't do it.
I also don't think we should judge the ones that bounce and come back and
stuff. No, absolutely not. You know, everybody had to. I had a post about it this week where I'm like, just be discerning about the people returning to the space, because some of them, you know, took some time off for mental, financial, familial reasons, and some of them just there wasn't enough to grift off of, so they left. So just be discerning about who's who when they return.
Yeah, but like if you are like in Web3, okay, so everyone come for the money because you made like 10,000 APY on shitcoin, so let's go. But then like if you get the whole narrative of Web3, I still don't know if it's like a smart move to stop everything during the bear market and come back when there is a bull, or to make more money, like to stack up the coins during the bear market and wait for the bull, because then you get the whole narrative of like cycle and stuff like that. I'm still decisive on that, you know?
I think it is a contentious topic. I think my opinion would be just from a social capital standpoint, if you stick it out and you're there and people know that you're there, that gives you that extra level of trust and respect that you can just rely on. Maybe your DM will get answered in the peak bull market by another founder or some creator
100%.
that knows like, oh shit, I'm getting flooded in DMs because now everything is popping. But this guy, he's a real one. Let me respond.
Yeah, we survive together.
I think that that really came across. That was one of the big takeaways I had from going to Breakpoint this year, was like, we're still very early, and it was quite a, people were saying even in comparison to Portugal, it was quite a small breakpoint. And my whole thing was, if I haven't already, which I have, because like, you know, there isn't, I would say there are very few people in the ecosystem that I haven't heard of, but even if I haven't heard of them, that I don't know somebody who can put me in contact with them. But that is the power of being here all through the bull, is like making those connections, making sure you have access to those people. Because when it starts really pumping, people just coming in, first timers or people who were gone and didn't make those kind of build those relationships, aren't going to have that access. And that, I think, is one of the big takeaways I got from Breakpoint, and really focused in on that since then, a lot harder than, I mean, I was already pretty focused on networking, but, you know, meeting people and expanding my network. But right now, like, yeah, that's a definite focus. So.
Busy V. Let's go. If you need the plug, you hit up the V. I was not at Breakpoint this year. I was only there last year in Portugal, which was good too.
Yeah.
Come to NFT Paris, bro.
Oh wait, you're going to NFT Paris now?
Yeah.
Is that?
Oh, really? I'm not leaving my house at all in 2024, was what I heard. Maybe up to 2 weeks ago, Fred, just so you know.
Yeah, no, but like there is a DeCod party, so you know.
Dude, no joke. I'm dating someone right now, and I met her at a DeCod's party.
See?
She was the one girl across the room.
Still working? No, there were four. Two were underaged.
Is that one of no.
I love how all of the DeCod's videos from Art Basel, it's like it's all the focus is on the like 6 women who were at the party. I mean, they're like 12 this year, so GG's to them. Yeah. But they definitely went on like a media spree to make sure that there were women in every single cut, in every single trailer they did for a D Basel event.
Hey, yo, Frank, if you hear this, I'm open for sponsorship.
Let's go. But okay. So do you have any like success story about like any spaces host that you had like why networking or like something like that when you talk to them?
You mean a success story of a spaces host that I knew from earlier this year that blew up?
Yeah, or even a success story or like a a story that was like sharing with like the people, like the any like a good story about like a Twitter space host that got big or something funny?
Yeah, I mean, there's many. Like, I'm super proud of Bausa. I don't know if you guys are tapped in with Bausa, but you should check out his show Brick by Brick, Thursdays, always. I don't know what time, but I saw him at maybe like 3 or 4K followers, and then I shot him a message, and I was like, "Yo, I see you're gonna go far," and then we connected over a few calls. And with SuperSpaces, at some point, brands started approaching us. They're like, "Hey, you have all the data, you know everyone. We need to get a message out. Can we sponsor someone through you?" And then we're like, "Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like, let's try out that model." And then Bausa now has, took up many sponsorships with us and through us, and is now, working with Leon from Unfungible. And his title is Chief of Spaces, which is awesome. It's like the first time I saw a title like that, I was like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
And he's with the biggest guys now, like Overworld, they have thousands of listeners. So if you plot, actually, we have something that's called the Super Score. That's from 0 to 100, how much you get engagement and audience in your space. He's been growing from like, the 30s and the 40s to like 60s, 70s, and 80s in score. And like, that's a really nice graph of growth, right?
That's crazy, guys.
We had Sansa as well, who I work with closely, who really blew it out of the water this year with Shotgun. I remember being on a call at some point and Sansa's kind of saying like, "Oh man, we only have until December, and if things don't work out, then I don't know, right?" And we're like, "Come on, let's get it done." And now he's like sponsored by Azuki on Tuesdays, like the Garden Show. So like, it is a freaking grind, right, to be a creator like this. But if you stick through it, there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. And also the amount of dollars that are coming through this channel, which is Spaces, just growing so hardcore on Web3 right now. Like, we're working with a few partners, right, to like play sponsorships. Everyone is reporting in the last 2 weeks that just the amount of money flowing in to find talented hosts, there's basically not enough hosts that are worthy sponsoring, because the professionalism and the readiness for this kind of stuff is not there. So yeah, if you're a savage, the cake is taken.
That's cool. Okay, so about like the monetization, like how does that work exactly? Like do you have an average price for like a Twitter host? Like how do you set up that? Like how does that work?
No, there's no average price, but you look at something like listeners per hour, like a metric that can unify everyone, like how many listeners do you get per hour? And then you look at different kind of products within the media that you can sell. So you can do a pre-roll, which is typically priced a bit less because the attention is not really there yet at the beginning. But now, as we're going through the space, you can do mid-rolls and post-rolls that are like, you can price them higher in a few segments. You can do an entire Q&A or an interview, and then you can do value add on top, which is like shorts, clips, tweets on top. So, it depends really on what kind of activation the brand needs. Sometimes it's a one-off. Other times it's like, multi-week or multi-month long campaigning. And then mostly with several hosts, right? Because you want to make sure you dominate attention. So there's no one size fits all in this one.
That's interesting. Okay. And in terms of business model, like, can you have like a recurring like pricing? Like, because for example, for the show, like I want to go like on we have a one-time fee for like stream and stuff, but like I prefer like to go into like the SaaS model where you have like a recurring yearly monetization plan. Does that make sense for project to subscribe to that? Or like, can we see the same thing for Twitter Spaces?
Yeah, I think it totally makes sense. Yeah. Like that's where we're working towards, right? Like a self-serve model where people can just go ahead, check out on SuperSpaces the people that they want to work with. And then, within a monthly price, you have just access to all the tooling and the reporting that you need. I think that's the next evolution, right? So we're expanding our team right now, getting more people in for the next year.
Nice.
And next year, this year was all experimentation and validation. Next year is all like monetization.
Looks like we're gonna have the same years. Yeah, we built the channel like this year, same thing, like to see what kind of show like people like, and if we can even be consistent every week and stuff like that. And next year we make money.
Go. I mean, look, yesterday the SEC gave mad bullish signals, and the market are definitely up only today. So very happy with that.
Yeah, if they say yes to the ETFs, that's gonna be fun, man.
So many catalysts also coming up
and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So V, when are you gonna monetize your space? Make some guacamole.
2024 is Solana side up will never be a shill space. I made that promise to my listenership a long time ago, but there are other ways to monetize, like that Fred has just described. So I'm definitely going to be looking for that. And then I will be having an evening space, early secret alpha, but I'm going to have an evening space next year. Fred already actually knows about it because I let him know when we had our talk. And that one will be open to all different monetization models.
Nice. That's dope.
And also, I think it will be better because my space, I love my space. My 7 to 8 slot, like I did it 6 days a week for nearly a year. And I love it. It was a grind for the 5 to 6 days a week, but I love it. But that slot has changed quite a bit with people leaving, with people coming back, and I just don't get the visibility. So there's so many people who just don't know about me at this point that, and I feel like it's important to have an evening slot. So that's the first step. Well, the second step, I got verified this week. And finally gave Elon my money. Yay. So I did that to get more reach. And then the next step is to be more visible in terms of the spaces I do. We're also in talks to do some decoders, at least a decoder space a week, so that we can up that visibility. So
we can do
community doing that. Yeah, we'll do that. It's probably going to be with one of our collaborators. So yeah, I'm just going to go out there and do more and cast a wider net next year.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully add some monetization to the mix.
Yeah. This bull cycle is gonna be the bull cycle.
And guys, I don't know. I have such PTSD from these last 1.5 years that it's like, whenever there's a little pump, I think of selling. You guys have to help me.
Yeah, it's hard to take profit, right?
Yeah, but I think. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not gonna trade. I'm just gonna put my profit. Just leave it in there.
Exactly. Yeah, like I think the play will be like to stack as many Sol you can and wait for 10,000 Sol coin, right?
Yeah, it seems like last time, when the markets dump, you have to always like really look at which coins resist the dump. Like, did you guys remember from like last bull when Luna was just kind of like immune to dumps and it just like went to fucking $100?
Yeah.
And now you had that with like Injective and with a bunch of other AVAX who's really resisting the dump. So I'm looking at those. EYOR.
Yeah.
And they are like, dump resistant until that dump hard.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And from Ramu, like with all of those pads on the wall, how does it feel for your ears when you talk without a headset?
Bro, Ramu, it's actually, I mean, up front it's all free. So when I talk about a headset, it's all good. But no, we needed to walk the talk and put up a nice studio. So
yeah,
I got the on-air sign back.
Yeah, exactly. That's dope.
All I'm missing is NFTs like you.
Yeah.
Love to have some DeCods up there.
Pigeon displays, I think, if they're still around. I haven't seen them in a while, but yeah.
Acid Dash has someone too, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So you can get them done through Acid Dash, like one of their partners.
Acid Dash is this portfolio manager, no?
Yes. Like portfolio and marketplace where you can get whitelist and stuff with Acid Dash coins.
they have fiat too, right? Like that you can track your equities.
Yes, exactly.
That's really major. I want to try that out. I had them on a space. Yeah, this is good that you guys remind me. Actually, I need to download these.
They're one of our first partners. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those.
Do you not have Acid Dash already?
No, I'm down. I'm pending to down.
Let me send you
you.
Yes, exactly. Referral code, bro.
Is there like a link or something? Because then I'll
let me send you the link.
No, not yours.
No, it's
mine.
It's Decod3rs one.
Okay,
he's the queen of links today.
Yes.
Okay, here's the link I send you in our conversation, and you will get a Decod3rs boost, bro. So you will get more.
Yes.
Yeah, and then get a Venta with the floor, so you get more coins.
And then eternally stake.
Yeah. Matt, if you see this show, we love what you're building. But okay, let's go back to SuperSpace. Because we still, and we need to talk about also super fans, right?
Yeah, only fans for Web3.
Let's go.
Okay, let me drop all of the details. Okay, can you introduce us to this OnlyFans for Web3 stuff?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Look, so I think we started working on Spaces, right? And SuperSpaces is growing into a beautiful product and has a nice community. And there's only one thing that is a defect with SuperSpaces, and that is that there's a high reliance on Twitter. You take all these social networks, you take Twitter, you take Twitch, YouTube, all of them. They're all dog shit, in my opinion, because for creators, people don't even earn anything on there. How many homies do you have reply farming and doing, all the stuff they have to do, and they get
$20
to feed the network, right? And so they're kind of like enslaved to the network, doing everything all day, and they get nothing from it because they're just siphoning money. Like, I think there's a big middle class of creators that is missing and that is yet to be created, right? Like in the last 10 years, we had 50 million people leave their jobs to become an independent online creator worldwide, right? I think that number is going to 10x, 20x pretty soon this decade. And we got to be there for it. I don't want them to be on fiat rails. Like, fuck that. I want them to be on crypto rails, really connected deeply with their fans so that they can create their own economy together. And for that, we created Superfans to solve this problem, which is a fucking big problem. So we had to make a new product for it, right? And you had, they call it now SocialFi, right? We were social before SocialFi even started. So we created this new product to really solve one thing, have creators and fans build a sustainable living together and a sustainable community. And so, that's the long of it. That's the problem that we're trying to solve.
Can you integrate SPL token?
It's a great question. We looked at all the networks on which you can build something like this, right? If you look at DeFi, if you look at SocialFi, you have a model where you have a lot of transactions. Like, I'm talking many every day. And then you look at what's out there. Ethereum, you're priced out. And then you look at the layer 2. Still, like on layer 2s, sometimes you have 10 cents, 20, 30 cents per transaction for these kinds of models at the moment, even on the new base chain. So that doesn't really work. Like, if I'm from Brazil, I'm from Nigeria, and I have 10 transactions there, I can have, I can have a lunch. I can have an entire day of food for that money. It's not accessible. So then you look at other alternatives. So what are we going to do? Are we going to do some of these newer ecosystems? Maybe an AVAX? Not really. We looked at Solana and we decided this is the leader of the pack of high throughput blockchains, right? Even looked at Sui. Is very new right now, very promising. But Solana is the one that we decided for. So it's going to be an SPL token that's integrated. So all the tipping, the subscriptions on the platform is going to be with the fan token. And there's a giveaway today of fan tokens, guys. If you're not aware, like V arranged for this, he has earned it and has pasted the link down there. So
my referral link, my superfans.tech link is in the chat now, guys.
So click on it.
Sign up.
So right now, the airdrop is live for the fan token. So the way it works. Simple on superfans.tech, you can whitelist your wallet, Phantom wallet, right? You connect your socials, and then you're in there and you can start helping us with community building, right?
Yes.
The main flagship product that we're going to go to market with is going to be a launchpad. So, we have many exciting creators from all ecosystems that are going to launch on the Solana product that we're building. Function, Zanika, Connor Kenny, big YouTubers that are going to all launch their community on Superfans. And you can get in if you have fan tokens, and if you stake them, you can subscribe to these launches and get it early on these creators. And my reasoning was always like, how cool would it be if I got in early with Mr. Beast in their community, and if I could create maybe a video with him, right? Like I want to be part of that growth of that creator brand. And so I think that's big, and that's going to be defining the next decade.
Oh, 100%. That's why we started this channel, right? Because creator economy, even in Web3, it's not well deserved or deserved yet. So yeah, there is some stuff to do. Oh, did I lost my FPS? Okay, I think OBS crashed. Coming back. Wait. Okay, now we're back. Okay, cool, nice. Okay, so are we back? Chat, are we back?
We are so back.
Yeah, let's go.
And there's some crypto slangs that I kind of started hating. I don't know, that we are so back. I'm not sure about.
I have to say I use that at least once a day, because there's one thing that happens a day that hasn't happened for 3 months, and I'm like, yep, we are so back. Yeah. I basically said that the ultimate bull signal is where, and you've probably heard him, Fred, because you analyze so many spaces or whatever, or there was a guy who used to come in with a Jesus PFP who used to cry in spaces. I was like, when he returns, we are really so back.
For me, it's all like let's go, let's fucking go, shit like that. All of this crypto meaning vocabulary, 100% my creative about it.
I feel like I feel like we left the wag me. We left that in the last bull cycle. I think people are realizing it's PvP now. Yeah, it's no more wag me.
I mean, you still get some GMI, but the WA has been dropped for sure.
Yeah. Oh, trust
okay, so what we were talking about? I don't remember.
Creators, man. Creator economy.
Yes, creators. Yes. So yes, that's the whole narrative or why we built this Web3 channel. But bro, okay. What about AI? Because that can change everything.
What about it, man?
Okay.
Dude, I think it's huge, bro. I think
let's go.
So here's what you got. You have a creator brand, right?
Yeah.
And now you see some of the most successful brands that are monetizing a lot in Web3. Let's call it Thread Guy, Whale, and those guys, right? They're becoming 6-7 figure brands. So that's almost like a creator can be the new small and medium sized business, right?
Yeah.
But then for that, you need to hire people, right? You need to have someone who clips your shit, who scales your content, posts it on different channels. And that's going to all be done by agents, by AI agents. And it's already starting to do so. What used to take hours back in the day, now with Opus, you can just have your subtitles, you can just clip it, right?
Yeah.
So if you multiply that by tenfold, because that's what's going to happen with the pace of development over the next year, man, you can build a 7-8 figure brand, just with the help of AI agents pretty soon. So
exactly. Well, yeah, with 5 people in the room instead of 70, you have a full team of production line and stuff, and you can produce content 24/7. What about Twitter Space host but AI?
Yeah, I think that's going to be maybe a marketing campaign of ours next year.
See,
I got to clone V.
Exactly.
Let's go. I'll be cloned if we have to do it. I'd rather front run it than not.
Exactly, and it's so cool.
I personally I still call me a boomer. I still kind of like people enough to want to see real people, but I can't beat them, so I'm gonna join them. So let's talk about it, Fred.
You gotta join. No, you can like both, right? It's I
We
think
can do both.
I think how you have, normal food and organic food in the future, you're going to have like human treatment and AI treatment, and you're going to pay a premium for the human treatment. And and look, like they don't need food, they don't need sleep, they can stream 24/7.
Exactly.
And the other day I was looking at this Chinese company that's doing synthetic influencers, and like the models that they create.
It's crazy.
You see it scrolling, like you scroll, you wouldn't stop think that it's an AI.
Yeah, I saw a tweet about like it was like a news anchors, all AI generated. You can see the fucking difference.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So now people are still in a place where they get like wound up about people botting their spaces and faking numbers and shit. But soon everything will be faked, and you will not even be able to tell what's real or fake.
But can we find value in a Twitter space hosted by AI? And like if you interview, I don't know, like you interview like some people, and the host is an AI, does that provide value to the listeners?
I'm bearish, but like, maybe we should experiment with that.
Because Fred,
I'm bearish on it. I think it's more like a fun marketing experiment. Hey, we cloned Leap, or we cloned whatever thread guy, and we have him on stage co-hosting with the real Leap. That would be insane. Yeah. But value, maybe something like, hey, if you're new to crypto and you need to catch up on things, and you can ask the host like, yo, what was it like in August? Kind of like a historical record of things, right? Like if you can augment your memory on the space, I think that's cool, because we have all the data from like what did Shill and Villain do in August 2022 to now, right? So you could ask like, yo, what happened with the network token and Shill and Villain? Because if you're a newbie in the space, you won't know, but all the hosts will know the conversation. So I think from that angle, it's cool. From a perspective of keeping in touch with current events, I think you just need a human.
It's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds. Like from Ramu, what can you do that an AI could not do as a host?
I'm afraid to shave.
That's because I said that when I say, oh yeah, you bald. No, I shave. I think that's why.
Oh man, that's funny.
But yeah, like what can you do that the AI can do?
What can you do that an AI could not do? That's the question. So I think I'm definitely funnier. Jesus, like, come on. Once they are funnier, I'm out. I'll just go back to my mountains with a farm and just clock out of the digital life.
Yeah.
100%.
Like
no chance, Ramo.
Yeah. But I mean, like even like TikTok, who own a company, an AI company, to make TikTok dances. I don't know if you saw that. Like it's one picture, one stickman doing the dance, and then it's produce you like a TikTok video, a TikTok dancing video.
I love it.
So if even TikTok is doing that to produce, instead of like user-generated video, like 10 user-generated video, you will have 1,000 exactly same fucking dance video in its content, and like people can be entertained. I don't know. Like, I love that. I'm excited, but like again, like, if you know that all of the dancing videos are like pumping left and right because they are generated like crazy, you don't want to watch that shit anymore.
I mean, you have to reflect if like a lot of your consumption is dancing videos on TikTok anyway.
Yeah, true.
I think we just have to like...
I'm not saying your taste is trash, but...
No, but it's an example. It's just the beginning. Because it's going to be dancing video from a fucking picture, right? From picture to dancing video.
Yeah, it's a little bit alarming. That's where I wanted to like kind of like conclude, or my conclusion on the topic is just like a few guidelines. You have to have personal guidelines. Assume everything is fake. Everything is fake, right? Like you have to be, the opposite has to be proven that it's true. Like really curate your information, like really extra carefully. I'm not actually. I'm only on Twitter. So I stopped everything else because Twitter is so all-consuming for me. So Twitter and YouTube, I guess. But I think it's just like a lot of responsibility that we have to put on ourselves to not consume trash. And I would say, not because it's AI generated that it's trash by default. I think you can have very beautiful things created by AI. So
yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
Where do we know that these two guys
Ownership,
are
right?
AI right now?
Exactly. You can't. Maybe it's a simulation. Right? Prove you're not AI, bro.
How do I say that?
You were pretty funny today, so it's good. Like AI can't do that. Maybe.
I hope so. You tried Grok?
Not yet. Because I'm not like in the US or like even like you need to be Premium Plus, right?
For what?
For Grok.
Grok, like the AI on Twitter.
Oh.
It's still in beta, right?
I think it just like launched to a broader set of people.
Oh, okay, nice.
But personally, I don't know. I think I should probably try it because it has like Twitter timeline memory, and it can tell you like going Twitter does what, right? So
that's cool. That's dope.
That is cool.
Enhancing your own user experience with AI. I love it. That's the best use case scenario of AI and tech like that. I'm hyped, bro.
Are you guys prompting every day? Are you guys using?
Oh yeah, bro. Like ChatGPT is my GPT-4 4 is like my coding assistant now. And all the script, even like question for podcast. Like I want to do that, like listening an assistant that connected to the stream and listening to what we are talking about, and give me like 5 questions to ask as like as a helper, stuff like that. So like
Let me tell you about this man Vittler for a second, Fred. He sends me. He posts a tweet. I used to do the proofreading for the channel. That's how I started. He posts a tweet and I'm like, doesn't make much sense. So, I'll send it back to him because it's within the hour and I'll say, hey, you just need to change this. He's like, ChatGPT told me. And I'm like, okay, well, by all means, please take ChatGPT, a non-native speaker, word over mine.
And I didn't change the tweet.
That's funny.
Huh? What did you say?
I didn't change it.
Welcome to it.
But no,
nobody reads your tweets anyway, so it's fine.
Exactly. Okay, it's already like 1 hour, bro. That was fast. We need an episode 2, man. All of that is everything that you do. I love SuperSpaces. I'm gonna love super fans, especially if there is like a juicy airdrop. That's gonna be nice. But we can like I still have a couple of questions. As a developer, I'm interested by that. How do you? And we kind of like mentioned it already, but whatever. How do you follow the Twitter API changes on your platform? And like, is not like Elon like fucked you up like too much by changing one version to the next? Like, how do you manage that?
Yeah, for sure. Because it could do so much more cool shit if that wasn't a big constraint. Like if you block out innovation by having small companies have to pay $5K a month or $40K a month, then I think if you flip it around, more people would use Twitter. I guess he has his reasons, right? Like he's the best businessman in the world, so I'm not going to argue against his reasons for pricing the data so high. But long story short, we keep up to date. Whenever something doesn't work, we have someone on duty to just fix it real quick. But we have some very nifty engineers, so we can just work around these issues quickly.
Nice. Very good. Because I know Ramo in chat has some issues with the Twitter API because he's building like with Finn bags. Okay, not officially. It's not. Okay, he's working on bags. And it was telling me about like his Twitter API changes. That was.
Oh, like the bags of everything?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. Yo, Ramo, hit me with a DM. We've seen all the issues ever on Twitter. So that's good. If you need help, I'm here.
See you, Ramo. Like you're not officially on Bags, but yeah, you're kind of like networking.
Maybe with an unofficial DM.
Official, unofficial, Bags
Okay.
official.
And okay, yeah, okay, we can slowly work back. But like, okay, so if someone want to start like Twitter Space for 2024, like, how would you proceed? How you get traction? Are you officially? No, okay, it's official. Okay, so Ramo is working on Bags. Let's go. What's up?
Congrats, Ramo. That's cool. Actually, I've seen Bags. So I'm happy for you, Ramo.
Still waiting for the release, but yeah. Cut faster, bro. Okay, so yeah, I want to start Twitter Spaces in 2024. What should I do? How do I get traction with like the initial audience?
There's no shortcuts. There's no magic tricks. You have to build community one by one. You have to care about the people, get to know them. What are their hobbies? Where do they live? What do they care about? And that doesn't scale fast. And so, you know, don't at me if you're not doing this for 3 months. Like you expect results. It doesn't work like that. So, you know, once you've done like 3 months consistently, hey, you know, we can talk about how to improve things. But the most important variable to improve upon is set yourself a time, set yourself a day and a frequency in a week, and stick to that shit. And then good things will come. And many hosts that I'm friends with, 6 months to even like get some good traction where you have like 100+ concurrent listeners, right? And yeah, I think that's the main thing. And then the second thing is find something that like sustains you and your fun, right? Like if you're the guy that trades a lot and loves trading shitcoins and that's what fuels you, you should probably talk about it, right? If you're someone that loves, like I'm also a big fan of not only making it Web3 quote unquote related. Like if you can have other topics being discussed too, like, yeah, I think that fuels people a lot too.
One of my most popular, like one of my most fun spaces, two of my most fun spaces, I would say the top most fun spaces I can remember from this year. One was about fetishes and one was about voices, like what kind of voice you're attracted to. That one went off, it went crazy. But one thing I'd like to add to what you were saying, Fred, and I always say this, is be yourself. Because as Hitler says, everybody else is taken. And it's really hard to be somebody else, especially consistently over a 3 to 6 to 9 to forever period.
Facts. And that's the beauty of our industry. We can really be ourselves. I feel like I can be on calls. I don't have to worry about wearing a suit and tie, you know. I can just sit here and maybe even grab a snack or whatever and make a joke and be maybe out of line with a joke because people will appreciate it. I think there's something special about this industry, man. I really love it.
Yeah, and honestly, I hate when like projects incorporate or like trying to make it like not serious, but like too, like you jump into a Twitter space and then like it's a fucking corporate business bullshit stuff. And so, whatever. I hate that. Like it's crazy. But yeah.
So yeah, use like leverage always personal accounts. I think that's a big one. Then whoever is on stage, you celebrate them, not like don't celebrate yourself too much. So I think that's
oh shit. Yeah. See, okay, so Ramo is discovering SuperSpaces now. So expect him to be on a tech show every Monday, 6 a.m. PST. That's what it is. It's cooking. Or live coding on Twitter Space. That's gonna be cool. Like a ASMR Twitter Space, bro. When it's like you can hear him like typing on the keyboard. That's what he's gonna be up to.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But okay, so yeah, definitely we need to wrap it up. It's been a lot. I don't want to take.
You have two more questions, right?
Yes.
And
okay.
I have posted my Superfans tech link in the chat again. If we're late to the space,
let's go.
Hop on it. Let's go.
We should tell him that everyone that joins through your link, not only will they give you double airdrop points, but they will also get double airdrop points themselves.
Hey, Ramo, you joined late. Get some double airdrop points and give me some double airdrop points. Hanma, holler at your girl through her superfans.tech link. Let's go.
Let's go. That's what's up. Okay, so
where's Andrej? I'm gonna Andrej, sign up. I promise you, I won't send you one ping. How about that?
We're watching you right now. If you're not signed up after the space, you got some issues.
Yeah.
And if you don't sign up, I'm gonna ping you all the time. How about that?
Yeah. Especially pin, yeah. Okay, so yeah, okay. Rapid question. What's a question that you wish people ask you but they never do?
What my Ooh, I love this question. I think I like talking about kind of like a hero's journey. So when someone had a really tough challenge and overcame it, yeah, I think people don't ask that often enough. So for me, you want me to answer that as well? Or?
Yes, please.
Dude, so I told you how I went from like discovering Bitcoin, joining the bull run, being up tremendously, and then I had like low six figures in portfolio value. And then I went and Pico bull market, I left my job. That dropped to $10,000 at some point. And I was like full time. I had burned all the ships full time in Web3. I was like, fuck, how am I going to make ends meet? And trying to build my own business, trying to start my company. So, you know, it's some things you have to experience in life to actually be able to talk about and know how to get through it. And tremendous loss is like something that I don't wish for everyone, but I think the strength that comes from overcoming it is what I wish for everyone. You know what I mean? And yeah, especially in our industry where we start taking screenshots of our top portfolio value and like sharing it and being proud of it and having it in our minds, but like you have to stop doing that shit.
Yeah.
Be more
of my life, bro.
Equanimous.
I built my
lives on
Twitter.
a hero's journey of his own right now.
Yeah. But I built my own Twitter account based on those portfolio screenshot, man.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one of those in a while. Maybe we should update that.
Yeah, I can retweet my own retweet with like, yeah, done bad, whatever. But like, yeah, story of a comeback. That's what's up.
And the story is still being written, right? All our stories are still being written. Yeah. And yeah, whether you're on a tremendous high at the moment, it will pass. Whether you're on a fucking low, it will pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly.
When I did Forex, the one thing, if there was one takeaway from it, was the person who got me into it was like, what goes up must come down, but what goes down must go back up at some point too.
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, sorry. Okay, just so you know, like Ledger library confirm, compromised, and replaced with a drainer. Yeah, be careful out there with don't
Ledger what?
Ledger, the ledger seems compromised.
The Twitter account?
No, like the ledger itself, the hardware wallet. Okay.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
that's the Ledger Live.
Yeah. Now the Ledger library confirm, compromised, and replaced with a drainer. So you can have a drainer inside your Ledger. Okay, that's shit. Okay.
That's really bad.
Don't interact with anything
today.
Oh, not a device issue, web issue. Okay, cool. Thanks, Rambo. Don't connect Ledger to Wallet Connect. Okay, cool.
Oh no, I don't ever use Wallet Connect. That's fine.
Cool. Here, so you freak me out.
Yeah, no, I was about to like don't interact on the web. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
It's really hard these days with all of these things. But yeah, I'm gonna pull everything that I've done this morning. I don't think I've done anything this morning.
Don't touch anything.
Anyways, so you have one last question, yeah?
Yes, last one, and then yes. Who should be the next guest, and can you please make the introduction?
Ooh, sick. What kind of? So you're looking for creators, right?
Creators, Web3 founders, yeah.
Just anybody who provides value in the space, essentially.
I think my boy Pingu should be a guest here. You guys would love him. Yes. I think he's been, when it comes to like, we talked about consistency, you know, we want to start a space in 2024.
Yeah.
And this guy, I think they should put him in a lab and they should put him on like, you know, they should measure how his brain is moving. because he's doing 7 hours of spaces 7 days a week, and like just
Yeah.
he's just the guy in my opinion. So yeah, I talk with him a lot. I'll ask him. I have a call with him tomorrow. I can ask him.
Nice.
Anyway.
Thanks. He's like a big fan of Solana side ups to spaces, so gonna be easy to reach. That's a nice idea. Okay, I like it. Thank you so much, bro.
He is.
Is it? Oh, is that the not Pengu?
Oh, Pengzu.
Oh,
Pengzu?
that's not
Is that
just.
who you're talking about?
Oh, yes. Is that not him?
Pengzu
That's
is
not
from
him.
Scriber. He's a Scriber fan,
Okay, so
not Pingu. Pingu's
Okay,
somebody
so
else.
yeah, we will take the introduction then.
No worries. Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, thank you so much, man. I don't want to take more of your time because I know how busy you are. So yeah, we should wrap it up. Yes, V, what's up?
I just wanted to remind people, if you're brand new here, subscribe to the channel, like some of our videos, tell your friends, subscribe to my superfan.tech. What else have we got going on? You get double coins, double points, double something.
Yes, follow Fred.
Follow Fred, follow SuperSpaces, follow Superfans, all of it. All of the things. All of the things.
Okay, I can pin it on the obvious chat, but yes. Click on every links that you have in the chat. They are good links. Yeah, let's go. But Fred, thank you so much. Yeah, wish you the best for the end of the year and the year before, like the next year. And thank you so much. Yeah. And yeah, come back on the channel whenever you want to announce product launch, product features, product everything. You're home, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel home. This was really nice. I love your questions.
Thank you.
I don't know whether it was probably ChatGPT fueled, but it did the job.
It was not ChatGPT. Do you? I don't think so. No, it was my own question. I don't remember. Thank you so much. Yes.
You're awesome. Happy to come back sometime soon. So
bye, guys.
Thank you so much. See you, everyone. And yeah, see you on Discord. We're going to ping you. Bye.
Ciao.